And we start. Look at this bad boy. Just picked this guy up. This is more of a test video. See if the camera and everything is working out alright. Seeing how the view is and all that shit. It's my first time using this camera. I want to see if everything's all good. Hopefully there's not too much traffic. Let's go right. So guys, yeah, like I said, this is gonna be more of a test video. A little introduction to myself, who I am, what do I do. My name is Danky. It's gonna be my name. It's like my online name for a while, since I started playing video games and shit like that when I was a younger kid. Oh, by the way, yeah, I just left the hookah store. I'm into smoking hookahs and all that shit. I had to pick up some supplies, had to pick up some coals and shit. Some more tobacco. My brother uses it all. And I'm the one stuck going to always pick it up and pay for it. But, yeah. I'm 24 years old. I live in the south suburbs of Chicago. I travel to Chicago every day, travel home to work. I work downtown in the city, which is nice. I mean, that's where all the work is around here, downtown. You're not going to really find much to do in the suburbs. The thing about the suburbs, though, it's nice and peaceful, quiet. You don't got to worry about hearing gunshots and getting your shit stolen. You know, I actually got to stop for gas. I ride to work. Usually take this bike, my Ninja, to work. It's good on gas. A lot better than my Jeep is, I'll tell you that. I think I get about 45 miles of the gallon on this thing. My Jeep gets, I think, roughly 20. I gotta find a cheap gas station though. I know gas has been going down, but some of these fucking gas stations have been keeping their price really expensive for some reason. Yeah, yesterday I was fucking on my way home after picking up this camera. I was on a pretty busy street, like a 4-lane highway, 2 lanes going each way. Came up to a red light and out of nowhere my bike decided just to cut out on me, and I was like, oh shit. Like, at first I really didn't know what was happening. I thought, you know, like something was like mechanically wrong with my bike, but oh no, it was just me running out of gas. I bought this bike about it's a nice lake. I like coming down these roads here with all the forest and water and shit. Get that nice cool breeze and that nasty fish smell. That swan or whatever the fuck that is. But yeah, I bought this bike about a week and a half ago, so I'm still kind of getting used to it. And it's a little older, so it doesn't have a gas gauge or I don't know what the fuck this guy's slowing down for. He's got a fucking green light. I think he's fucking with me. Yeah, he was definitely fucking with me. Yeah, so this bike doesn't have a gas gauge or any of that shit. It doesn't even have a low fuel light. Kind of just gotta set the trip, you know. I mean, realistically, that's the smart thing to do on every bike. That's gonna be the most accurate thing to do. But the guy was like, yeah, you'll get up to about 130 with a full gas tank. And yesterday when I died out at 128, so it was pretty accurate. I do have a reserve tank, which I think gets me about like 30-40 miles maybe. But the thing is though, when you switch over to the reserve tank, it takes about 20 seconds to, you know, after you start your bike up, it takes about 20 seconds to switch over to the other dipstick or whatever, dip tube that's, you know, actually lower in the tank. So by that time, that 20-30 seconds it was taking to switch over, I had a fucking line of cars behind me laying on the horn and shit. And it was in the middle of rush hour traffic too. It was about 6 o'clock, 6:30. Right in the middle of the road, just died out. Everyone's beeping. I'm like, oh god. I was more frustrated. I was just wanted them. I was like, I wasn't really embarrassed. The gas station was serious. Like, I died out right here, and the gas station was at the corner, so it was no big deal. I knew I was gonna get filled up like as soon as I got my bike going again. But yeah, that was actually one of my biggest fears when I started riding, was me stalling out at a red light and people laying on the horn behind me to get my ass moving. That was actually the first time that that's happened to me. It's pretty funny. But yeah, I'm fairly a new rider. I haven't really been riding that long. I started at the end of last season, and then this whole season. I mean, like, we got seasons in Chicago. You can't really ride the whole year. You get about 5 months that you could ride, 6 pushing it. But in those 2 seasons, or season and a half, season and a quarter, I went through, this is actually my 3rd bike. My first bike was a Suzuki Marauder that I picked up on Craigslist. I bought all my bikes on Craigslist. Picked up a Suzuki Marauder, 2004, the 1600cc one. So it was a big bike. That's actually the bike I learned how to ride on. Previous to riding on that, I really haven't ridden anything. I mean, I've been on my friends' dirt bikes and stuff like that, but it was just like around town and shit, you know? Look at this asshole. Just around town. It wasn't really, you know, like getting up there in speed or anything. So when I got that, I was like, holy shit, this is real now. Kept that for that half of that season, or that quarter of that season. Then came this year, and I sold that to one of my buddies, and I picked up a Triumph Rocket 3 2011 Triumph Rocket 3 Roadster, and I still got that bike. That's like my weekend bike that I take out when I go on like a little longer of a cruise. I'm going to like Starved Rock or something, I'll take that, or if I'm going with some other buddies. It's more comfortable, bigger. This is actually my first crotch rocket. I was gonna get a Hayabusa before I got my Rocket 3. This guy just doesn't like to pay attention. Fucking daydreaming. I'm gonna try the next gas station. Maybe it's a little cheaper. But yeah, I was gonna get a Hayabusa before I got my Rocket 3, and I went to the dealer, actually ready to buy it, and I was sitting on it and everything. They wouldn't let me drive it, of course, but I was sitting on it, you know, trying to like wiggle it around, move it around on it, and I liked it, but I was kind of scared of it, to be honest. I really didn't want to get such a powerful bike as my second motorcycle. So stuck with my Rocket 3 for a while. Speaking of not a powerful bike, it's the fucking biggest engine I think they produce right now on a motorcycle. They currently produce 2.3 liter. I think it's got like 160 horses, I want to say. It's a beast, man. I got that, and then I picked up this is a 2001 Kawasaki Ninja ZX9R. I really like this bike. I really, you know, I was looking at them on Craigslist and everything. It was either between one of these or the Honda 929 RR. I wanted something older that I wasn't going to spend much money on, just so I could ride it back to and back from work. Something that's easier to maneuver through traffic than my Triumph is, and this does the trick. I love this bike. I haven't ridden my Triumph since I bought this, to be honest with you. I haven't started that thing. I haven't even sat on it since I bought this thing. I mean, it's good in traffic, it's fun to ride, but I mean, the first day I got this, I went about 200 and something miles, so, and it didn't feel too bad. I thought it was going to be a lot worse on a crotch rocket, you know. Everyone says, oh, they're not comfortable, you know, you're going to be stuck in that squatting position, but it's not as bad as I thought it would be. So yeah, I'm trying to get into the whole vlogging scene. Been watching them on YouTube for a while now, and I really like it. It seems really fun to do. I bought this camera yesterday, and I'm gonna give it a shot, see how it goes. I'll definitely be even if this doesn't get too many views, which I'm guessing it probably won't, but so I at least work my way up there. I'm gonna plan on making a video. I'll make some videos when I'm going down to work, so you guys can see the city skyline and me drive down the city streets like an asshole, and watch all the cars try to kill me on the way to work, especially on the way to work. I mean, there's traffic both ways, but on the way home, it's stop and go, and you just sit there. On the way to work, you're at a steady pace, but there's just so many cars moving, you know, people changing lanes into you and shit. It's nuts. But yeah, I'll make some videos, especially on the way home, because it'll be daylight out and you'll be able to see the nice buildings and see how beautiful the city is. Most beautiful city in the country, in my opinion. We're almost at this gas station. I'm just curious. I didn't take this way to where I was going, so I'm curious to see how much the gas is actually over here. That last one we passed was $3.19. I passed one earlier that was like $3.39. I was like, what the hell? Why so expensive, man? So, oh yeah, today on my way home from work too, I was riding down this one road over here. We're doing about 60 miles an hour, keeping up with traffic. It's just a single lane road, just like this is right here. And out of nowhere, I was probably about as far away from this van, far away from like what I'm right now. And out of nowhere, this car in front of me and the car in front of that guy come to a complete dead stop. Have to swerve out of the way, like tires are skidding, they're in that lane. And I had to like completely brake. It scared the shit out of me. I honestly thought I was going to run into the back of the car in front of me. So whatever happens, I'm following the road, end up at the stoplight at the end of the road. The lady looks at me, she's like, oh, did you see if anyone ran it over? I'm like, oh, what was it, a deer? She goes, oh no, a little cute cat. I was like, oh cool, yeah, you know, for you guys dodging that cat, you almost fucking killed me. Guess a fucking cat's life's more important than mine is, huh? And she just looked at me with a dirty look and light turned green. I just drove away. People drive like fucking ass. I guarantee you guys heard that before, but yeah, people drive like dickheads out here. Yeah, this gas is $3.19 as well. Looks like I'll be stopping here. So yeah, I will leave you guys on that note. I will talk to you guys in another video. Take it easy, guys.